Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to bring you an update here, but before I get to this update, I want to say if you are looking for a brokerage account and you would like to trade some stock and you do not have one, Robinhood does have a promotion going on. If you use that link in the comments and description section of this video to sign up for Robinhood, you can get some free stock. So this is actually the link I'm showing on the screen right now. So if that sounds like something that interests you to sign up and get some free stock, head to that link, check it out, create an account, and receive your free stock. Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker TTOO or T2 BioSystems. So they had a massive dump in regular trading hours yesterday. They lost almost 44%. And this was due to them deciding to enact a reverse split. So if you've been following our channel, I've been making videos on TTOO, T2. I've been really saying how they're not getting to $1 organically. Had people in the comments, bashing me, saying, I'm wrong, and, they're going to get to $1 organically and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, right. I mean, they were trading up around, 33, 34 cents before this massive dump and this massive sell-off. So you're telling me in a month they're going to rip like 200 to 300%? Like, no way. So they announced the reverse split, shares tank, massive sell-off. Then in after hours, they had earnings scheduled. They had a miss on earnings. Their revenue came in way lower than expected by analysts, and they actually had a decrease. So if we look here in Thinkorswim and we look at some of the stories in here, third quarter preliminary revenue is at 1.5 million. And I made a video before talking about how the consensus from analysts was like 2.4 million, if I'm not mistaken. So they had a big miss here on revenue and on earnings as they've released their preliminary results here. So, let this just be a warning to people out there. This is what happens when you play with penny stocks, when you buy penny stocks. Sometimes you can wake up and your thing is down, your stock is down like 40%, 50%, 70%. This is what happens. That's why penny stocks are extremely risky investments. And it's kind of funny too, because somebody was commenting on one of my TTOO videos recently. I said something like, if it breaks below this key level on the daily time frame, I think this thing is coming down to test the 8-cent mark. Let me go to the daily here and kind of look at it, because I did make that update there. It was this level right here. I think it was 17 cents. Yeah, so I said if this thing busts below 17 cents, I think this thing is coming down and testing this 8-cent mark, which is about right here. It's almost 9 cents. Looks like 0.85 or something like that. And if we look here on the 15-minute time frame, it almost hit that level exactly. So you can see a low here on the 15-minute of 0.0902, so like barely above that 9-cent mark. So yeah, never think that a penny stock will not make a massive move lower, a 50% dump, a 60% dump, a 70% dump. So, a lot of people were bullish here, and now those people are losing a lot of their shares because of the reverse split, and it's a big ratio. It's 1 for 100. So when this thing opens, I'm recording this video right now before pre-market opens on Friday. But when this thing opens, that's a massive ratio. So, based on where this thing closed, extended hours trading, it should be around the $10 to $11 mark. We'll kind of see what happens, because sometimes after these reverse splits, we do see a massive pump. But usually, eventually, we see a massive dump. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. I do not expect this level around $11 to hold, because it should open around that $10.80 mark, $10.80 when pre-market opens here. So, there might be a little pump out of the gate, but I see lower prices coming. This is just, typically what happens to penny stocks that are on NASDAQ. They do these reverse splits, and then the bears just crush them, because the companies behind these penny stocks are just hemorrhaging a ton of money, bleeding a ton of money. There's a reason they're doing these splits in the first place, because again, they can't organically get to even $1 per share. So, they want to stay on NASDAQ, they want to stay on the major exchange. They do the reverse split, and the bears typically come in and smash them into the ground. So that's kind of what I'm expecting here for TTOO. And again, just fair warning to people out there. This is what happens when you buy penny stocks. Sometimes you can lose 50, 75% in a day. And that is exactly why I do not buy stocks like this. I've been covering it, but I actually had short positions on this in the past. If you go back and watch my previous TTOO videos, I talked about how I had short positions, and, people were bashing me and saying I'm crazy. And it's like, yeah, how's that working out now? You guys lost 44% during regular hours, and then you lost another massive chunk in extended hours. So, I think a lot of people just thought the FDA approval of the T2 bio threat was just going to save the day, and they were going to rocket above $1. And it's like, yeah, financial statements need a big boost from that T2 bio threat. They really need to jack up sales in a big way, for them to achieve that $1 minimum bid price organically. So we'll kind of see what happens here, with this massive ratio on the reverse split. It does give them a lot of room to the $1 mark. Mullen Automotive, they came out, they did a little ratio of 1 to 9 that barely got them to the dollar mark or just below the dollar mark, and now they're fighting to stay on NASDAQ. So T2, at least they did a big enough of a ratio to where they've got $9, $10 to the downside before they're challenging that $1 mark again. So, hopefully for the bulls on this stock, they can get it together and start pumping out some big revenue and really turn around the financial statements. Because if they don't, and if they continue to struggle financially, this stock price is going to bleed. For the bulls, you better hope it doesn't go back under that $1 mark, because if it does, you know what's coming. And when that reverse split comes, this is what happens: massive sell-off, massive dump, and the bulls get crushed. So I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker TTOO or T2 BioSystems. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.